Jamie Carragher has admitted he misjudged Arsenal's decision to persist with summer signing Victor Gyokeres following the club's emphatic victory over Tottenham. Earlier in the season, Carragher believed Gyokeres should have been left out of the starting lineup and even suggested that continuing to play him might jeopardize Arsenal's Premier League ambitions. The striker, who arrived from Sporting in a £64 million deal, struggled initially, managing only 5 league goals before the midway point of the campaign. Having scored nearly a goal per game in Portugal with Sporting, the Swedish international found it difficult to reproduce that same sharpness in North London during the early months of Arsenal's title challenge. However, Gyokeres has rediscovered his rhythm since the turn of the year. He has now contributed 8 goals in that period, including 2 in Sunday's commanding 4-1 North London derby triumph over Tottenham. Speaking after the match on Sky Sports, Carragher highlighted the 27-year-old's resilience and praised Michael Arteta for maintaining his faith in the forward despite earlier doubts. "What stands out about Victor Gyokeres is his mentality," Carragher said. "I wouldn't label him world-class or say he'll lead the line for Arsenal for the next 5 years, but I admire his confidence. He never looks short of belief. He gets the ball and strikes it cleanly. That mindset reminds me of Alan Shearer." Carragher also described the performance as the best he has seen from Gyokeres in an Arsenal shirt, calling one of his finishes absolutely outstanding. Reflecting on his earlier stance, Carragher acknowledged he once felt Arsenal might need to move away from Gyokeres in order to protect their title push. "At one point, I thought sticking with him could cost them," he admitted. "He seemed quite low in the pecking order, and I was surprised he kept starting. But credit to the manager, he trusted him, and Gyokeres delivered in one of the club's biggest games of the season." Arteta himself was full of praise after the win. "He was outstanding today," the Arsenal boss said. "We've seen flashes of his quality every week, but today he truly stepped up." On the broader significance of the result and the title race, Arteta added, "I'm very proud of how we approached the game. The intent and the level of performance to come here and win in that manner were excellent. This is the Premier League. It's going to go right to the end. With 10 games remaining, there's still a long way to go. Bukayo Saka remains one of the first names penciled into England's starting once. Even so, by his own exceptionally high standards, this campaign has not quite reached the levels many have come to expect from him. That said, the Arsenal winger delivered a reminder of his quality in Sunday's North London derby victory at Tottenham. Wearing the captain's armband, Saka led by example, setting the tempo, embracing responsibility, and showcasing a maturity that often goes underappreciated. His leadership qualities were on full display. Saka is firmly part of Arsenal's leadership group and was also a key figure within the England setup under Gareth Southgate. He is someone teammates naturally look up to. If you were to list the automatic starters for England, the names would likely include Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham, Bukayo Saka, Declan Rice, Jordan Pickford, and Mark Guehi, another player high on Thomas Tuchel's World Cup shortlist is Ezri Konsa, whom the England manager greatly admires. Elliot Anderson is also pushing for recognition, yet even those two are not considered part of England's core group of untouchables. When it comes to consistency and dependability for the Three Lions, Saka continues to set the standard. It has been a season of mixed narratives for him. He recently signed a new contract and remains Arsenal's prized asset, but with his level of talent and reliability comes enormous expectation. The standards are naturally higher. Still, there is no doubt about his place, not just in the squad, but in the starting 11. He is unquestionably one of England's guaranteed selections. Arsenal's recent success at Tottenham has also underlined the team's growing authority. Heading into enemy territory, they were chasing a 4th consecutive away win there, something they had not achieved since a run between 1952 and 1955, capped by Tommy Lawton's decisive strike in the 4th of those victories. Now the modern Arsenal side has equaled that achievement. a 2-0 win in January 2023, a 3-2 triumph in April 2024, and a 1-0 success the following September paved the way before completing the 4-match sequence. Only Manchester United, who managed 6 straightaway league wins at Spurs during the 2000s, have bettered that feat in the Premier League era. Meanwhile, William Saliba has become the first Arsenal player to win each of his first 4 league visits to Tottenham. Arsenal have now claimed victory in 7 of their last 8 meetings with Spurs, including all 4 clashes across the previous 2 seasons. That marks the first time they have completed back-to-back league doubles over their rivals since 1987-88 and 1988-89. It is also the first time in nearly 4 decades they have strung together 5 consecutive league derby wins. Sundays. Emphatic display was historic in more ways than one. Braces from Gyokeres and Victor Gyokeres sealed Arsenal's biggest away league victory over Tottenham since a 5-0 triumph in December 1978, following November's win at the Emirates, when Easy famously collected the match ball. It was only the second occasion in Arsenal's history that they have beaten Spurs by 3 or more goals in both league fixtures of the same season. The previous instance came an astonishing 91 years ago during the 1934-35 campaign. Arsenal won 5-1 at Highbury and then hammered Tottenham 6-0 at White Hart Lane in a season that saw them score 115 goals in 42 league matches en route to the title. Ted Drake struck 5 times across those 2 derbies. Nearly a century later, Easy has matched that impact, becoming just the second Arsenal player to score 4 or more league goals in North London derbies in a single season. Remarkably, after only 2 appearances in this fixture, only Robert Pires, 7-11, and Emmanuel Adebayor, 6-7, have scored more Premier League goals for Arsenal in the derby.